I've always been a fan of science fiction, whether it's the jaw-dropping space battles in Star Wars or navigating the galaxy in Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. There's something about the genre that makes me feel like life has so much more to offer, like there's more to explore and more to imagine. Naturally, my curiosity led me to the Mass Effect series. It's one of those games I'd always heard about but never really touched, until now. And with the Legendary Edition, I figured if I was ever going to jump into the series, this was the version that I needed to jump into. Safe to say, it was a phenomenal experience. As I worked toward getting all the trophies and 100% of the game, I wanted to take a minute to share what made this game special for me. Without giving too much away, you play as Commander Shepard, a Spectre tasked with stopping a threat that could wipe out life across the galaxy. But what makes it special isn't just the plot, it's the choices.
Are you saying Saren can control minds?
Benezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
Most games that I've played with branching dialogue paths still feel like you're being led down the same road, no matter what option you pick. Not Mass Effect. Every decision feels like it has weight to it. Sometimes even real consequences had to be considered. Instead of just picking the good or heroic option, I found myself thinking deeper about each situation. Naturally, I'm the hero in most games I play, so I usually go full hero mode. But in Mass Effect, if a character disrespected me, well, I made sure to let them know.
Do you take pleasure from committing genocide, Shepard?
It was them or me, Counselor. The choice wasn't hard.
Which made me feel a little bit mischievous in that way, so it was kind of cool to go a little bit on that side. This isn't just a go save the world space story, it's filled with depth, intrigue, and choices that challenge your morals in the best way. Now let's talk gameplay, because for a game that originally dropped in 2007, there's a lot that still holds up, and a few things that don't. I started with the Soldier class, which is usually my go-to in RPGs like this, unless there's a magic system. Sorry, non-magic users. The gunplay feels weighty and precise, although aiming took a bit to get used to. I mainly swap between the pistol and the assault rifle, but if I had to pick a favorite, it's the pistol. Fast, accurate, and reliable. Squad management is also a core part of the Mass Effect gameplay loop. You bring 2 squad mates with you on each mission. I primarily ran with Ashley and Garrus. Not necessarily the most optimal combo, but hey, they were my favorites. Their dialogue, their combat synergy, and just their presence added to the experience for me. From the first time you step onto the Citadel or land on a distant planet, there's a feeling this game gives you, and the music is a huge part of that. Seriously, the track that plays when you're selecting your destination on the galaxy map, timeless. Look, just take a quick listen to it. The soundtrack fits every location perfectly, whether you're exploring the polished political core of the Citadel or the eerie quiet of Pharos. In some cases, the music tells a story better than the dialogue does. It builds atmosphere and emotion in a way that makes this universe feel lived in. The world design is also worth mentioning. Mass Effect 1's locations aren't massive, but they feel intentional. Each planet had just enough to make you feel like you were truly visiting a unique space. Nothing felt bloated or overly stretched out. The side missions weren't groundbreaking or anything to write home about, but they were engaging enough to keep me interested on what else was out there. I played the Legendary Edition on base PS5 and I ran it on performance mode, 1440p, 60 FPS I believe. The experience was mostly smooth with only a few noticeable frame drops here and there. Nothing major, but enough to notice if you're paying attention to it. As much as I enjoyed the game, it's not without its flaws. There's some clunkiness to the controls, especially when navigating tight spaces or switching weapons mid-fight. I chalk that up to the game's age, but it's still worth mentioning, and I'm pretty sure the Legendary Edition does it better than the original. Facial animations can feel awkward at times and occasionally pulled me out of the moment, but hey, I got some pretty good laughs out of it, so I'm not complaining too much. My biggest complaint might be the audio balancing. Weapon sound effects were super loud for some reason, no matter how much I adjusted the volume settings, which also threw off the voice levels during conversations. It might be an isolated issue on my end, but if anyone else experienced this, I would love to know.
What is it, Joker?
We're getting a lot of Geth comm chatter. Looks like they're headed your way.
If you're into deep world building, meaningful choices, and space opera vibes, Mass Effect 1 still hits hard today. but it might not be for everyone. I'll definitely need a palate cleanser game after this, but I'm looking forward to jumping into Mass Effect 2. If it builds on the foundation of the original, I'm sure I'm in for a wonderful surprise. Finally, making a game review was something that I've wanted to do for a long time now. So if you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments. And if you have any game suggestions, please also let me know that. If I haven't, or if I have played it, I'll make sure to add it on my list and I'll get that video out for you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my Mass Effect 1 Legendary review.